Stellar.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Uncle Cousin. I'm Brian Ibbett. This is my cousin Ray.
Oh, hi.
Hello. It's been a minute since we've done this.
Yeah. Yes, it
Uh,
has.
I think when we last left off, I think it was definitely after Thanksgiving. I think it's been a month. Basically, you just had like all the finals and stuff. It was like I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to record, and so we waited, and then you went on vacation, and we waited. And
Yeah.
that was a lot on me too, because Christmas time got kind of crazy over here, but that's good.
Christmas time got crazy across the board.
Did
Yeah.
it?
And I
Okay,
was
for you as
like,
well.
oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because there were like a ton of events out here that I was doing. And then I've been staying with friends all across like New Jersey, New York,
Oh,
all over the
really?
place. And like haven't been at home. And then there was some family chaos that went down. That happened. That's all been resolved, luckily.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
there's also been so much going on with like New Year's. I had friends stay over here. My friend Paige from Seattle came out
Hmm.
here, so it's been it's been a ride.
It's
It's
been
been
all
a
right.
ride
Well,
for the last couple of weeks.
this
So
is good because I want to hear about all of it. Let's
let's
tackle
back.
Christmas first. Oh, actually,
Yeah,
let's tackle that last week of like finals and
the
uh
last 3 weeks of chaos of my life. Yes, yeah. Let's
yes,
start there. Because we were building, and then it got to that point, and then that's when family things happened. So
right.
basically, the 3 weeks before leading up until December 19th, which was our last day of school.
Hmm.
I was at school 7 days a week, 10 to 11 hours a day.
Wow. Okay. That
Crazy.
is crazy. That's a rough
So we
schedule, but
rough.
mhm.
Oh boy. And it was like pure chaos because everybody's schedule was different. Like no one, you couldn't ask anyone, hey, when do we have X, Y, and Z unless it was, well, not even because we didn't have regular classes. So like we
Mhm.
had makeup classes, from professors missing, not being available, things having to be canceled, moved around, whatever. But those were not during their normal times
Mm.
because it was a production week is essentially what we
Sure.
call it. So
Sure.
3 weeks of rehearsals for holiday concerts, which we had
Oh, yeah.
12 of.
Those are the ones you were going around to like assisted living places and things like that
Yes.
and
Hmm.
performing. Okay.
Yeah, and we performed in several like buildings,
Hmm.
like the lobbies of buildings.
Oh, that's
So
cool. Kind of like
yeah,
carolers, like, basically you'd find. Yeah,
precisely.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
Hmm.
And because so our theater is attached to the Paramount building, which is where they have like a Warner Brothers office. Several major recording companies are also located out of that building. And it's right there on 50th and Broadway. And they own three other buildings. And we went to
Okay.
two of the other three buildings. And they had like little hot cocoa stands that we just absolutely tore up after every session, which is so fun. Um, but yeah, it was really interesting because it was like we'd be singing and we'd be like, pouring our hearts into this holiday music, and then it would just be like some random like business guy that just like does not have the time nor
Right.
holiday spirit
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Just like walking right past us like a foot away because we're just in this whole lobby hallway. It was
Right.
crazy.
Like as if
Um,
you guys were just wallpaper. He was just walking by like, yeah.
exactly, like the
Yeah.
most inconvenient wallpaper he's ever experienced. Like
Right.
if he had the time, he'd rip it off the walls, but he
Sure.
doesn't. Lucky for
Sure.
us. And like one of my classmates, Gabriella, she sang "Christmas in New York," which is our opening song for the
Mm.
show, of course. And there's a line where it just goes, "Even makes the Grinch believe," and that's
Mhm.
when he walked by. It's
Nice.
perfect,
Nice timing. Yeah, perfect. Okay.
perfect time. So that was a lot of fun. And then there were a lot of like really beautiful moments with the old folks' homes. Like that was
Mm.
really cool because they kind of come in like grumpy, groggy. Some of them were clearly just woken up from a nap. Some of them just had to take their medication. They're not thrilled about it. Like not having a good time. And
Sure.
then we'd get into it and they all kind of like liven up and like get all excited and like filled with the spirit of the holidays and so on. And so it was like really moving.
Good.
Um, and after one session, I think it was actually our very first old folks home, there was this older Latina woman who came up and talked to Sancho, who's from Spain. He's from Madrid. And she was like, "Are you a flamenco dancer?" Because he did Feliz Navidad with Gia.
Sure.
And they have like this little like music like dance break in the song that they came up with. And she's like, "Are you a flamenco dancer?" And then she was like, they just had this like beautiful
Mm.
conversation, just like hugging him and stuff. And I was like, "Oh, it's so cute."
Aw, how sweet.
It was really sweet. It was really, really sweet. Um, and then one of our one of our other sessions was like so chaotic. So like first we couldn't like really find the building because it's like sandwiched between a bunch of bars and then it's just an old folks home in the middle because it's
In
New
the
York,
middle of
so
a
of
bunch of
course.
bars. Great.
Yeah,
Excellent. Yeah.
it's hilarious. Like they have this like little room with all their computers, like their computer center, I guess,
Uh-huh.
with all of these rules, and you can't watch porn is listed 3 times
Is it
on the
really?
rule.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet. Yeah.
So they're
You
like,
know,
we
the
mean it.
the elderly get a little frisky from what I've heard. Like,
They do. I mean, they're
yeah,
cooped up all day. They're bored. Their hormones are doing something. I don't know if
something
they're up or down, but they're
exactly.
doing
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Something's going on in there. And then right out the window, like there's a sign with all the rules and the no porn, no porn, no porn. And then right outside is it's called Oyster Bar, and they have a giant neon mermaid with her tits out. And I was just like, that's very funny. I just thought that was very funny.
Nice. Perfect juxtaposition of all these things together. Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Precision of New York City, baby. I
You
love
know,
it. I
I mean,
love
I
it.
guess if you can't look at the computer, you could just go outside and look at the oyster bar sign.
Yeah, just move 6 inches to the left. It's right
Right.
outside the
It's right
window.
there.
It's great.
Perfect. Perfect. You don't even need to leave. Excellent.
You don't even need to go upstairs. Don't worry, your wheelchair will be just fine, Mr. Jeffries. Just hang out there. You'll be okay.
Fantastic. Oh my God. That's great.
um, and then um, I mean, the overall like one day was really chaotic because we had to walk like 27 blocks
Mhm.
to get from one place to the other, and
Wow.
we had all
Okay.
of like 20 minutes to do that. So we were
Oh,
hustling.
I'm sure.
Very out of breath. We were just like a bunch of like 20 somethings walking around with mic stands and guitars and
Right.
amps
Oh
and
God.
keyboards and like all of the things. And it was
And
just
then you
like
have to
very
sing right
chaotic.
after all that. You
Yeah.
know,
Hmm.
hoof it to the next location and then try to sing immediately.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
And I
Good.
met Nana reincarnate because this
Mm.
one woman, we're like singing, we're doing our things. It's like da 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 da, and we're
Yeah.
in full swing. And it was like on beat almost. She would like belch from like the depths of her soul and then just like snort back a lot of
Oh,
mucus,
yeah.
all in like in tune with us. And we're like trying to like lock in. Do not react. Do
Right.
not
Right.
don't look
Exactly.
over,
Yeah.
don't engage.
Yeah.
Like don't
Oh my
laugh.
gosh.
Because if one of us lost it, all of us we could not make eye contact with each other. I've never felt
Totally.
all of us so tense in my life. We're like, do not look
No, that
at
is
it.
a thing. Like, when one of it in groups like that, especially the more you can't laugh at something, it makes you want to laugh even more. And you know that
Yes.
yeah, if you make eye
I was like,
contact
if
with the person
Janina
next to you.
even makes half a bit of like half a second of eye contact,
Yeah.
I'm lost.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm
Or you
cooked.
even
It's
hear,
over.
or even hear like an exhale or something like a, so
Yeah.
anything like that, it's done. You're over
Mm.
with it. Yeah. Oh, geez.
Center. And like Natalie, who's our music director, she was just dying. Like she like you could just see like her eyebrows with every like burp would just get higher. And she
Sure.
was just like, okay, I can do this. I don't need to look over. It's fine. We're so focused. Everything's fine. So it was really fun and very funny.
Yeah.
Um, and that whole week was really crazy. So basically, our schedule, first thing in the morning, anyone who was working on Midsummer, like
Mhm.
if you were an understudy or working costumes or whatever, you had to be there at 7 a.m. And then we had our call time at 9 and the show was at 10. So
Okay.
we had like 2 hours of like warm-ups, eating, prepping costumes, making sure everything's ready to go, set up, and then showtime. That would last until like 11:30. And then we'd have breakdown. And then at noon, we would have to turn around, be changed into our holiday concert clothes.
Mm.
Very different looks, obviously, than what we're doing backstage.
Yeah.
Um, and then shoot off to the shows and then come back. And on Monday, we finished our holiday concerts and we came downstairs. We did a third holiday concert as the opening for our devised works and
Wow.
one act shows. And then we had the devised works and one acts, which was like another like 3.5 hour show. So
Wow.
Monday that week was the craziest. It was like from 7 a.m. until 9 p.m. and a nonstop performing. It was crazy.
Jeez.
So yeah, so that was a lot of fun.
You know what though? It's good prep for quote
Yeah.
unquote real life of the gig, you're getting into, right? The business
Yeah.
you're getting into, you might do back to back to back performances and things like that. Wow.
Yeah, and you gotta
Okay.
hustle and you gotta be ready to switch on a dime between, Shakespeare to,
Right.
holiday music to something completely like brand new works, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of brand
And I
new
was gonna
works.
say, speaking of Midsummer,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
you're the person you're understudy to, they doing all right, they're
Mhm.
healthy, they're good, they're
Yeah, she killed the whole week.
okay.
There was one day when she texted me and she was like, "If I just didn't feel like coming." And I
Yeah.
and I
Well,
was like, "Girl, I'd be happy to, LOL, but I haven't been fitted, and so if
mm,
that's how you're feeling, I need to know immediately so we can have a
yeah.
costume ready
It's
for
gotta
me."
you gotta give me a little more notice than that. Yeah.
I'm gonna need a little bit of notice. I'm gonna
Yeah.
need a little bit of time. But I was like, yeah, I'd be ready. But obviously, she pulled through. She was great and just exceptional. And it was really stressful because at no point did we get any rehearsal time for understudies at all.
Oh,
So
really?
Mark was
Wow.
not able to do any run throughs with all of the understudies all out until like the day before. And so yeah, so he at one point he leaned over to me. He goes, "If anybody gets sick, we are." And
Right.
I was like, "Yeah."
It's gonna look like a child's production, the holiday, elementary school
Yeah.
holiday pageant or something.
Look, people have scripts in their hands, people
Yeah.
aren't dressed properly, nothing's zipping. It's a hot mess
Yeah.
express. So luckily it went off without a hitch. Everybody stayed healthy, and it was kind of a relief for me to not have to be on stage like as
Mhm.
badly as I wanted to like do the part because my voice was so tired because
Oh,
I
sure.
personally have never had to sing and perform and dance that much
Yeah,
back to
that was a
back to
lot
back to
of
back to back.
lot of holiday performances. So
Very intense.
is there another production coming soon that you'll be able to audition for? And
Yeah, so I actually got cast
oh,
for mods. So we did it's called the Emerging Writers Residency, and it's a program that Circle in the Square does to sort of highlight new writers and new works. And we put on their plays at the school with obviously our students. And so there's a play and a musical.
mhm.
I was cast for the play. Singing just I guess is not as strong as it could be. No, I'm just kidding. It's just because I'm an actress first. No, I'm kidding. But
Sure.
yeah, so we still have to do another audition to figure out what role we are specifically going to be in.
Okay.
Um, but three of the Dot in the Box people have been cast for that play as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, good.
It's called Mods, and I guess it's essentially about like um online topics and like what it's like to be
Mm,
behind the scenes of deciding what people can and cannot see and sort of like the unusual
gotcha.
complications and really traumatic content that ends up on the internet and what that looks like and how it affects the people that manage that sort of content. So it's going to be a really interesting, it's a completely new work. It's never been produced before, so that's really exciting.
Hmm.
And we get to work with the playwright. They're going to be with us throughout the rehearsals and auditions and so on. So
So
it's
are
really
the
cool.
performances going to be, more or less you guys sitting behind a computer, pretend like being moderators, but seeing the people talking who would be the equivalent of posting or, uh,
I am not totally sure how it's
yeah,
gonna be
I mean, it's going to
staged,
be interesting to hear how
but
that
yeah,
all,
it's gonna be a really cool dynamic because it's
yeah.
definitely something that's never been done before.
Mm,
And the thing is, like, right now, the Tonys don't have any plays for the category of Best New Musical for 2026.
mm,
There are only 4 new musicals that are going up for the 2026 year.
mhm.
And one of them is Queen of Versailles, which has Kristen Chenoweth, which is
Mm,
great.
mhm.
And then Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York City, and then the other two I can't remember the names of off the top of my head.
Okay.
But the category usually has at least 6 nominees, and there aren't even 6 plays on Broadway
For
in that
them to pull
category right
from.
now.
Okay.
Right.
Wow.
So 2026 is a big year for new works to potentially end up on stages. So we're going to see like a lot of off-Broadway plays that have been doing very well get bumped up onto that
Mm,
Broadway stage for the sake of like having options to choose from,
makes sense.
which
It's
is really exciting.
kind
Yeah.
of like when a streaming service puts one of their movies in a theater so that they can be eligible for an Oscar, even though it might only be in the
Yeah.
theater for a week. It's like, yep, now we're eligible for an Oscar.
Yep.
So
Limited
so
run.
so
Limited
that kind
run,
of thing.
baby.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so big opportunity, and which means lots of opportunities for new actors or people that are or haven't been seen before, and like a lot of like off-Broadway actors who've been in those shows that might move up,
Hmm.
will have a chance to get their like big Broadway break through this, which would be really, really cool.
That's
So
cool.
I'm excited to see how that kind of affects the industry and how we dance around that. But
Oh, for
yeah,
sure.
very interesting.
So wait, so Mods is a musical or it's just a play?
It's a play.
It is a
It's a
play.
play.
Okay, okay. I was
hmm
curious as to
Yeah.
you're
The
going to
musical
be
is
banned and
called
kicked for
yeah, precisely. Uh, don't get banned. Don't get banned. Yeah.
I'm the first poster, the first poster. It writes
A
itself.
little confetti for being the first commenter.
Exactly. Yes.
That's so
Very
funny.
cool.
Yeah.
um, all right, so let's
And
get
then
to, oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
the musical is called Myth of the Mountain,
Okay.
which is about triplets who have to go on this like adventure that basically transitions them from adulthood or from childhood to
Hmm.
adulthood. So it's like a coming of age story, but a little bit more messy than that. I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about just yet since it is a lot of like proprietary info,
Sure.
but it's cool. It's a really cool concept.
That
So
is. That
once I
sounds
get more
cool.
info and I know how much I can talk about, we can talk about it more.
Yeah. Ooh, an NDA. Look at that. I can't
Wow.
wait to,
So fancy.
yes, can't wait to hear more. Very cool. Um, all right, well, let's move to Christmas. How was your Christmas? What did you do? How was your first Christmas in New York?
How was my first Christmas in New York? That's a great question. Christmas was good. Because it was just me. I did hang out with some friends and I had a friend's family invite me over and they had like a little stocking and like gifts. There was like a little mini stocking and like gifts for
Oh,
me, which was really
nice.
sweet.
Good. Good.
Um, Especially because they weren't expecting me, so they got all that done in 24 hours, which is incredible last
Oh,
minute
it's
shopping
impressive.
on
Yeah.
Debbie's behalf.
So
Yeah.
it was
So
everything you could find at the local bodega, right? Like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And Donna, she made it work. She was like, "I got you a Sephora gift card. Congratulations, love you." I was like, "Thank you so much, Donna. I appreciate it."
perfect. Excellent.
Some treats. So it was, yeah, it was a really good time. Um, and just getting to like, I don't know, disconnect. Like the last 3 weeks have been like very needed rest. I have
Yeah.
slept so much. It's crazy. Um, and then I also did so much. Like there's so many concert venues here and so much live
Mm.
music.
Hmm.
So I think I went to like 7 different concerts or like raves type events. Williamsburg, in downtown New York, Brooklyn, all over the place.
Wow.
So really, really incredible sets. Lots and lots of fun, crazy outfits.
Yeah.
That was amazing. And then for New Year's, I had my friends Paige, Steph, and Lewis come over to the house. We had like a very like mellow
Mm.
ball drop.
Okay.
Um, Paige used to live in New York. Paige and I met in Miami,
Hmm.
at a strip club, LOL. Uh, Well, we met at Club Space, and
Okay.
I was like walking out, getting ready to go to my hotel, and I met her, and she was like, "Well, do you want to go to another club?" And I was like, "Yeah, girl, I'm not ready to stop partying," because the
Yeah.
tequila was talking on my behalf. And she's like, "Great, I know an amazing one. Come with us." And so I like joined her and her group of friends. Could have been kidnapped. It worked out great. It's fine.
That's
And
funny.
then so joined her and her friends. We go across the street and we walk in, boom, strip club. And I was like, "Oh, it's my
Oh,
first strip club ever, but let's
okay.
go for it."
And in
And
Miami,
then
no less. Wow.
exactly. I know. I mean, when in Rome, right? When
Yeah.
in Miami.
Yeah. It's appropriate there. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Si se puede, right? We can do it. And it was a really good time. And I guess the guys that she was with, like, they were just loaded or had bad spending habits. Either way you want to look at it,
Sure.
I don't know.
Sure.
And so they just set like stacks of like ones in front of us, like fat stacks, and they were just like, "Yeah, do what you want, girls, have fun." And then they went and sat at a table in the back, away from like the dancers and stuff.
Hmm.
So that was like the time of my life, and I was like, "Oh, we're exchanging numbers." I went and visited her in Miami earlier this year, or in Seattle earlier this year, and then she came out here for New Year's, and so we
Nice.
just like had a blast. But she used to live in New York, so she's like, "I don't care about the ball drop."
Hmm.
I saw the ball from Times Square, and it is like it's the size of a car,
Hmm.
but when it's on top of like a 24-foot or 24 floor skyscraper,
Hmm.
it's like teeny tiny.
Right. It's hard to
And
gauge the size when it's that far away. and think about it.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
like maybe 6, 7 feet tall, which is huge. That's
Hmm.
pretty big for a
Yeah.
giant light up ball, but it's not that crazy. And then like I walked through Times Square when it was empty and they just had the railing up. No, no way. No way. No way, no how.
Not
Like I
interested, especially
and
after
especially not after the
the
Thanksgiving parade.
Thanksgiving
I
Day
said,
experience.
blow
Yeah.
me. No shot. No chance. You can't pay me to be out here. Because
Yeah.
they were like, I was like talking to one of the officers because they had to have people patrolling that area the whole time, make sure vandals don't come and like
Sure.
screw up all the things they had set up. And they had it set up like days in advance.
Hmm.
And so I was talking to one of the officers. I was like, what does this like look like every year? And he's just like, he's like, first of all, New Year's in New York, not my favorite time. I'm not thrilled about it. And I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
all right. And he was like, he's like, the comments that I hear the most year after year is there are no bathrooms. Like all of the stores
Right.
around that area will not let
Nope.
you in to use the bathroom.
Right.
No chance.
Right.
And there are literally over 1 million people converged in that area. So they're all literally wearing like diapers and
Uh-huh.
catheters. And I'm like, no, no,
No, not worth it.
I
Yeah.
shan't. I shall not. I won't. You can't make me.
Yeah.
Unless I'm performing, I will let the first time I watch the ball drop be when I'm performing in Times Square
There
for New
you go.
Year because
Perfect.
I'm not standing in that crowd. I'm not
No.
going to be out there and it was like 11 degrees that
Oh,
morning.
jeez.
Until like 3 p.m., it was below 20 degrees. It was so cold.
And
And then
people
you
are
told
out
me to
there waiting
stand
like a
there.
day in advance to lock down the
They
space.
they are there New Year's Eve Eve.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
No, you can't make me.
to
I
to
mean,
pee
you might
to
be able to
stand
pay
in
me
your own
rent here,
pee,
Chrissy,
basically.
but
Yeah.
yes. Yes, and not eat and just be grumpy. Just be
Horrendous.
grumpy and be standing there waiting for it to no no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Nope. They're doing it
Mm-mm.
for the
No,
Facebook
ma'am.
post so that they can tell people they did it, and chances are
Yeah.
they hate it.
And it's awful. And it's awful. And
Yeah.
I just remember that family from Wisconsin at the Thanksgiving Day parade being like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity as the seventh silent marching band goes
Right.
by.
I know.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I'm not gonna do it.
But
I'm not
look,
gonna do it.
Bluey.
Bluey, yay, bye. Over. That was nice. That was a nice little
Oh,
moment.
yeah, no. No, I don't blame you.
No.
That sounds like I think you did the things the right way and just stay out of that whole
Yeah.
mess. Yeah.
Yeah, we had our prosecco, and like people don't leave the bars after like right after the ball
Of
drop, so it
course.
was like
Yeah.
perfect timing to get to our show where we were going,
Hmm.
which is at a place called the Desert Spot in Brooklyn. And it like they were playing a bunch of like DJs that were all like they all their work is like 80s focused. So there's like a lot of
Mm.
like Dead or Alive,
Oh, cool.
Wham, Oingo Boingo, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
like all that time frame of like those old school rock. It was like being in Ready Player One, but at the rave location.
That sounds perfect. Oh my God. Now
It was
that's the
excellent.
kind of New Year's
Yeah.
Eve that I'd want. Yeah, I worked Decadence, if you can believe that. I did,
You what?
I worked coat check at Decadence both nights.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The outfits. You got to see
Oh,
everybody's outfit. Oh,
everybody's outfit.
beautiful.
Like I get to see what they came in with and then what they were wearing when they took off their coats. It's like, okay, well, I guess
Oh,
that's
quite the
better than
reveal.
better you're in here than outside in that outfit. Yeah.
That part.
Yeah. And got to see a few performers, got to see Subtronics and Lewis the
Oh, nice.
Child and a few other
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool. It's
I
cool.
love that. I love that. I've wanted to go to Decadence so bad because my bestie Tina, my Tina,
Hmm.
went to Decadence this year too. That's what she's doing.
Oh,
And she's like,
really?
I'm at a rave. And I'm like, oh, me too. And Zoe's like, I'm at home with hot tea.
Should ask her if she checked a coat. Oh yeah, I even got candy from the event, so got
Yes,
yeah,
Plur. Look at you.
all
Oh,
that stuff.
I saw that little leaf. That little,
Yes, the pot leaf. Yeah,
yeah, we love it.
that's the bracelet that says weed vape.
Weed vape, Nick vape.
Weed vape, Nick vape.
Period.
I guess they could
Love
turn
it.
it around depending on what they wanted.
What they want. Can I have? Can I have? Can
Get
I?
got
May I?
holding.
Just a
Yeah.
hit? LOL. Oh
So
my gosh. Yeah.
yeah, but it was a great time. So
That's so
that's how I
fun.
did
That's
my
so
New Year's Eve. So
cool.
I never saw a single bit of the ball drop or anything like that either. So
Ah,
yeah,
that's okay. That's
fine with
okay.
that.
We didn't miss much. We
No.
had like we decided we wanted to watch the ball drop about 7 minutes
Mm,
before at 11:53 p.m. on December 31st. And I was like, oh crap, because I don't use the TV here. Like I don't have time to watch TV. I've
yeah,
literally never turned it on myself. I've only watched TV if Michelle has already had it on.
sure.
And we're not watching TV, we're yapping. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know how to do that. So there's like three remotes. We're juggling all three of them. We don't know which one turns what on. The Bose system keeps turning on and off. And we're like, it's not that one. It's not that one. But we don't know which one that is because all the labels have been like rubbed off over the
Mhm.
years. It's like, I don't know which is which. We finally get it on the TV on, and then we're like, oh crap, like it's on Roku, it's not on like cable, so we don't know how to find the
Oh,
channel.
yeah.
So we have to like panicked open YouTube, continuous guess. And then we were all freaking out because we were like, oh God, what if we put on the ball drop? And at 11:59.99, they're like, and time for an ad,
Right.
McDonald's cheeseburger. And I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Luckily, that did not happen. So we just poured some Prosecco. We watched the ball drop on YouTube, and then we all piled in the car and went to our rave.
Perfect.
Um, and that was day one of what ended up being essentially a 5-day bender because we had
Oh,
two friends
really?
have
Okay.
birthdays. Both of those friends, one decided to do brunch on Sunday. Love you, Izzy, but that was crazy
Hmm.
because we were all still out at 6 a.m. Saturday or 6 a.m. Sunday morning from
Wow.
Saturday night's party, which was Jeff's birthday, which he runs a event space, so he just
Okay.
used the event space that he owns, and it was like this huge dance hall, and we have several friends that are DJs, so they were all doing like the music at different times for us, and then just like huge spread of food. It was crazy. And so we're all like drinking, we're having the time of our lives, and it was like new year's New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, the second we had to relax. Did we? No, we did so much. We were like, we didn't buy an outfit for this. We don't have this for that. We got to get chicken cutlets for these dresses. We got to go. We got to
Right.
do this. We got to do that. Like running all over the place, like with chickens with their heads cut off. And then Jeff's birthday, Izzy's birthday. And then finally on Monday, we were like,
Wow.
crazy.
That
So,
is so
yeah.
insane. Like a 5 day, basically a 5 day, not
Yes.
bender, but
Pretty much, pretty
yeah.
much, yeah, yeah. And it's like, I was like, oh my God. I was like, I feel like I've aged like a year and a half. It's 2027 already. After this week, this is nuts. I can't breathe. I'm so tired.
Yeah,
But
but you're
yeah,
young. You got to experience those things and do them while you
yeah. I
can.
only have
Yeah.
so much time left in my 20s to be wild and crazy. I've only got
Right.
like 3 months left.
Oh
It's ticking
gosh.
away.
No
Yeah, I
kidding.
know. Isn't that wild?
That is wild. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Okay, that just
I'm
made
gonna
me
set
feel
something on
old.
fire.
Yeah.
That's my plan. It's either I'm gonna either draw in lighter fluid a big 30 on the ground and light that
Yeah.
on fire.
Yeah.
But what I really want to do, what my ideal thing to do, which I might need a permit for, but whatever, we'll figure it out, is to draw the 30 in lighter fluid and then have a either a cupcake or a cake with candles
Hmm.
and then blow alcohol at it like
Oh,
I'm breathing
sure.
fire to
And which
light the
lights
30
the
from there.
right, right,
Yeah,
right.
that's the goal.
Yeah, you might need I don't even know where you get a permit to
Yeah.
to
And for
light
legal reasons, this is a joke, just in case this comes up in court.
just
This is
in
not
case
premeditated.
there's the great New York fire of 2026. Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah, is there
March 26th, baby, get
i-
ready.
is there like a barbecue grill you could do it in? Is that an option?
Eh. Oh, no, definitely not. There's public parks don't have that kind of thing here. I don't even
No?
think Central Park has grills.
Yeah, I believe
Probably
that.
not.
Yeah.
Not, no, I
They'd
don't
want to
think so.
encourage fire in Central
Yeah,
Park for
they wouldn't want to encourage people to like find warmth if they don't have shelter or a home. That would be
yeah.
crazy.
All right. Well, if you do it, if obviously don't do it. This is silly. It's a joke. We're not talking about doing anything real. But if you were to do it in a good, safe place,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
We're gonna
Good.
we're gonna be smart about it or
Okay.
something.
Good. Or
Not at my
something.
school, obviously. Or something.
Yes. Far,
Can't
far
be
away.
associated.
Yes.
Far, far away.
Jeez. Go to the
We'll
nearest
do it in
beach.
Jersey. Let's
There you
do a
go.
roll in Jersey. Do it,
Perfect.
do it on the Jersey Shore. It'll be great.
Perfect. Oh yeah. You wouldn't be the first person setting something on fire on the Jersey Shore. So there you
No,
go.
and I won't be the last.
Easy.
No. I can't wait for my first bar brawl. I'm so excited. Fingers crossed.
Wow, made it almost all the way through your 20s without a bar brawl.
I know. What a bummer. And I feel like
Yeah.
if anybody should have witnessed a bar brawl at this point, it's me. I just
Yeah.
don't understand. Just my luck. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Are
I
you
think,
a jump into the fray, or are you wait until somebody comes to the outskirts and then take them out one at a time kind of bar brawler?
oh, I'm the initiator.
Oh, okay. Even better. Yes. And then you, climb down to the floor and kind of duck out while everything's
Yeah,
going
and
on.
crawl my way out
Yep.
and then call the
Yep.
police and be like, yo, they're getting really out of hand.
Perfect. Yeah. That sounds
Get
about right.
them. Go get them. They're over there. Go get them.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I think it's okay that I made it without a bar brawl. It's a bit of a disappointment, but I'm sure it'll happen at some point in my life
You
when the
still have
time
a
is
couple
right.
months. Could still
Yeah.
happen. Yeah.
It's, mm, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
S-
But yeah, no, it's been a crazy couple weeks, and
Sounds
then
like it.
we already have new scripts. I got an email from one of my professors today being like, "Hey, are you willing to take on two scenes?"
Mm.
And I was like, "Well,
So this is separate from mods. This is like a whole.
yeah, this is just for class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
When
Yep.
when do classes start back up officially? Like
Monday.
Monday. Okay. So you still have a few more days of freedom before that.
Yeah. I have a bunch of content I need to record for some other projects I'm working on, and then I have a bunch of homework that I was told not to do. I specifically was like talking to my to Jean, who's our creative director, during my evals, and the only thing I got across the board was like preparedness exceeded expectations in every single class,
Oh, good.
which I was like, yes.
Fantastic.
And love that for me. Yeah, nerd, what's up? And and I was like, well, this is my plan. This is what I'm going to study over break, and I'm going to be reading this book, and I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to like read through these, and I'm going to get ahead on this. And she was like, have you considered taking a break, maybe? And I was like,
Yeah. You don't have to be the overachiever on vacation, Ray.
I don't know, man. I think it's for future me. I feel like
Yeah.
it's so that she's not, because it's like I
Mm.
only have so much time to memorize so many things.
Hmm.
And I just feel like I'm gonna get like a month and a half in and I'm gonna regret not using all of this time
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
study. But you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
No, you're
But I
you're
am going to keep
probably
that
right.
attitude for summer break because that's obviously a much longer break, but I want to
Mhm.
be able to keep up with my skills and be engaged and like have a reason to be doing my vocal warm-ups and my um uh physical work,
Mm.
just so I'm not like losing everything that we learned during first year by the time we come back next year. And especially because I did not score well in ballet, no surprise. Um, don't have a dance
Who
background,
knew? Yeah, right.
dancer last. And I'm like, well, so I'm going to be trying to take some classes, see what I can afford and budget for, and do some adult dance classes over the summer because I don't want to fall even more behind.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No,
Makes
that
me
does that
uncomfortable.
makes sense. So I mean, yeah, you do want to take some time for yourself, but you also know that you don't want to add the stress of pushing everything off until classes start back up again. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it's just gonna get crazy. And our rehearsals for mods for the new show we're doing, the
Hmm.
show's gonna be in February. So we have rehearsals pretty much 3 or 4 days a week from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Okay.
like Monday through Friday, all the way up until February, like 14th or 15th, I think. So it's right around the corner, and
How
we
do
got to be ready for that. So it's a heavy duty.
how do
Yeah.
people work and go to school where you go to school? Because I know, you were trying to figure out
Yeah, I
like
mean, I do remote and gig work.
you
That's how
do.
I've been
Hmm.
making money to be able to pay rent. So I do like because I have my graphic design work that I do.
Hmm.
And I get a couple gigs here and there, especially from like friends of mine that have businesses because they just know my situation. They're like, "Hey, I need this design for this." And
Hmm.
they have other people they could call, but it's, just as a favor to me.
Sure.
Um, and because I'm good at it or whatever.
Or
Something
whatever.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and promotion. Poison Ivy, hit me up. And shameless plug.
Yes.
And then I've also been doing a lot of like, there's this app that one of my classmates actually introduced me to called Sup. And you
Mhm.
basically put in your service history. So, like food service,
Mm.
serving, barista, bartender, whatever.
Mhm.
And you put all that experience in there. And there are tons of restaurants in New York that when they have someone who calls in or they're short staffed, they will post like, hey, we can't get this covered. We need someone for this shift. And
Really?
we'll pay
Wow.
you like outright, like 220, 400, $500, whatever. Just you just have to show up. This is the dress code. Be here at this time, please.
Mhm. Mm.
And you can like pick up shifts through there, which is really cool. So that's like a nice way to make some money,
Totally. Yeah.
whenever we end up being free. But honestly, like it's just been a nightmare. Like and every time I'm like, because I've been a manager, I've also like managed people in school, and then I've been a server. So it's like I know how shitty it is when you're like working with someone you just
Yeah.
hired them on, you did all this training, and then they're never available
Right.
and
Right.
they're not showing up for the shifts that they're assigned for. They're not picking up other people's shifts. That you're calling them, being like, "Are you going to be here?" They're like, "No, I'm still at rehearsal." Like that just sucks.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's tough. A lot of us are just like opening extra credit cards and like taking out extra student loans, which in the long term is going to have the effects that it has. But
Yeah.
it is what it
I
is.
mean, it's again, the alternative is trying to do something while you're going to school and not doing very well at either thing, and it's a waste of
Right.
money. But it's a waste of money
Exactly.
and time. So, yeah,
100%.
do what you can do
Yeah.
and know that
And
you're there for school and put that first and but the gig work
for
sounds like the right way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gig work is very I'm very like I'm very blessed because I have lived the life that I've lived up until this point. I'm also much older than everyone else. So like
Mhm.
I've just had time to kind of learn how to do these things and pick them up and what that looks like and learning how to create opportunity for myself if I can't find it.
Sure.
And that's a skill that like takes a lot of time to learn and develop. And I'm still in the early stages of it. So I'm very lucky to be in the position that I'm in and like have built what I built for myself to be able to do this, which is awesome. Um, but yeah, it's also very stressful and very intense. And
Mm.
I'm also trying to figure out how to move in New York.
Oh,
So if
right.
anybody listening has an idea or knows a place or a people's and it's reasonably priced, please, I'm begging you. I know that's hard. I know that's the biggest ask.
Yeah.
But yeah, just let a girl know because
Mhm.
it's hard out here for a pimp, let me tell you. And my my landlady has decided that she wants to move to Milan full time. So I think I have like maybe 4 months left in the lease, and then I need to
So
skedaddle.
she's selling the place, or I'm surprised she's not because you've got several roommates who are also in the same boat, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Surprised she's not
Well,
just
my
like
my other roommate
subletting it
moved
to you
out.
guys. Okay.
Yeah, my other roommate moved out, and then subletting is kind of a complicated process in New York,
Oh.
especially for certain like types of leases, because there's so many versions. Like the apartment leasing game in New York is
Mm.
so vastly different than Denver or Houston.
Okay.
So I'm not even pretend like I know what the heck I'm talking about with a lot of that stuff. But there are lots of different types of leases, different versions of leases, different landlordship, because a lot of these buildings are just so old
Mm.
that like modern lease practices don't apply because they're grandfathered into so many different types of legislation at the state level.
Sure.
So yeah, just very strange, very challenging. And then it's just like I've been signing up for like every website that's like, oh, if you're looking to sublet or you want to, other people looking for roommates and you need a room, blah blah blah. And I'm like on all of these apps, my email is getting blown up. So I'm just like, oh God, please send help.
Yeah.
I need an AI assistant just for this process to like filter things out. Um, but yeah, I looked at this one apartment and it was 300 square feet for $2,400 a month. And I'm
Wow.
like,
For 300 square feet. Oh my
yeah,
God.
for a garage.
Yeah.
Not even.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's standing room only. It's crazy.
And
So,
expensive.
yeah.
Geez. Yeah.
Yeah, and my thing too is if I'm gonna move, and especially if I'm because I was really lucky to have the price that I did here. So it's like if I'm gonna move, I want to be much closer to school
Hmm.
because eliminating the hour commute is just gonna save me so much like study time. I'm also gonna be able to go back to my apartment when we have those odd breaks where
Mm-hmm.
like we stop at 10 and then we come back at like 4 p.m. I can go home
Hmm.
actually and like be there instead of like just twiddling my thumbs in the library and like studying and sitting there, I can like actually go home
Sure.
and enjoy the space that I'm paying an asinine amount of money for. Um, so yeah, if anybody has moving recommendations, suggestions, preferences, notes, people, connections, networks, that would be great.
Yeah.
Please let me
Well, hopefully somebody hears this and either knows of a deal or knows somebody in the city who can
putting
help
it
you
out in the
out.
universe.
Yeah.
And until then, I'll just keep applying for the housing lottery.
Yeah. Good luck. Jeez.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, literally. It's gonna be good. But
Wow.
today I made some bussin' cornbread. Oh my god, it's so good.
Mm.
So good. I'm so happy. I just,
What?
like, ended up having cornbread mix, and it was for muffins, but I turned it into a loaf because I was like, "I'm not making muffins." Also couldn't find a muffin pan, so I was like,
Sure.
"Meh, whatever, we'll just make a loaf." And then I poured honey butter on it.
Nice. Do you add like real kernels of corn into your cornbread or
No, but I'm sure that's delicious. That sounds
yeah,
great. I
seems
did
like
not
it would
have
be.
real corn.
Yeah, it's
That's
kind
for
of
rich
a
people. No,
that's
I'm just kidding.
for people who can afford corn.
For people who can afford corn.
Sure.
No corn allowed. Please do not watch any corn here. Thank you. Um, no pavos allowed near the corn.
Right.
Same. But yeah, I added a little bit of thyme and then I soaked it in honey butter after, and it's just
Nice.
like
Oh my God,
soft
that
and
sounds so good. Yeah.
yeah, got real southern. The kind of cornbread that'll make you think the South will rise again. Just kidding. It won't, but
Well, cool. So class is back in Monday.
yeah,
What's next on deck for you? Just, I mean, obviously, prepping for mods, prepping
yeah.
for the class where you've got some extra lines and stuff. I mean, does it look like
Yeah.
it's going to be another, you know,
It's gonna
super
be another
busy
heavy
semester?
heavy
Yeah.
hefty heavy lifts. It's gonna be heavy lifts.
Yeah.
And then we, acting track people have a new class because we stop like, neutral mask is over, so goodbye Trash Symphony forever,
Oh,
sad
good.
face, tears.
The one where you guys all
Um,
grabbed a piece of trash from the center of the room and then used it as a
yeah,
mask. Yeah.
precisely.
Good.
Yeah, no more of that. We have cabaret prep instead. So at the end of each year, they do a big cabaret talent showcase type
Hmm.
thing. And the ATs have a class dedicated to just prepping us for because I guess we're never ready. I don't know. I don't know. Historically speaking, I'm not
Just
sure.
perpetually preparing. Yeah.
Perpetually preparing,
Yeah.
indeed. So that'll be a new class, and then um, pretty everything is kind of shifting towards Shakespearean focus now
Hmm.
this whole semester. So we have Shakespearean acting the monologue. Sorry, the hiccups.
Mm-hmm.
Shakespearean acting the monologue. So picking different model, and luckily we get to choose whatever we want, which makes me so happy because there's a lot of characters I would love to play that I will probably
Mm-hmm.
never get cast as, like
Mm-hmm.
Macbeth, for example, or uh Mercutio or
Sure.
Jacques or any of
Sure.
those, you know? So there are lots and lots of opportunities kinda, like, get into work that I won't be able to explore professionally, so I'm really looking forward to that. But then I have this, like, battle with myself of, like, "Okay, but then do I memorize and really nail a monologue that I can get cast for and really take the time with the professors to,
Mm.
like, really polish this monologue so I have it, like, on hand for auditions?
Uh-huh.
Or do I say, "Fuck it," and explore something that I might not be able to do in auditions or at all, just for the sake of, like, being able to explore what I'm interested in, so that's always kind of a constant battle.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have the option. That I feel very blessed to have the option. I'm also very, like, blessed to be able to be so exhausted by the work I love to do so much. So,
It's gotta feel, it's gotta feel good. I'm doing what I want to be doing. Sure, I'm exhausted from it, but I'm doing what I want to be doing. So that's the way to
yeah,
look at it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause, the other option is to be exhausted by things I hate doing, like working
Right.
for other people or being at a desk job. So,
Right.
you know,
Right. Yeah.
c'est la vie.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
cool. Well, good
Yeah.
place to leave it right there.
Poif.
Um,
444.
so next week let's shoot for right around the same time if we can, or whatever works with your schedule. I know you'll be back in class, so
Yes. Thursday probably will no longer work for me because we
okay.
do have rehearsals starting with, mods. Um, so I would have to, like, get all the way home here, record, and then come back.
Yeah,
So
no, we don't want to do that.
it does look like weekends for the
Okay.
next few weeks are gonna be
Yeah,
open, so if that works for you, great.
we'll go back to weekends.
Um,
Totally.
but yeah, we'll chat. we'll
Yeah.
chat, we'll sort it out, and we'll get a regular schedule, and then I'm gonna commit that time as much
Okay.
as I can. I'm gonna try to find blocks in my calendar where it's like, "Oh, this is consistently open," and then
Cool.
just make
Yeah,
that our
and
space.
we're always flexible. I know that, sometimes
Mm.
rehearsals are going to be in the morning, sometimes they might be impromptu, other ones you have to get to. So we'll be flexible, but
Yeah, mock
uh
auditions with 24-hour notice, my favorites. Yes.
yeah,
Mhm,
yeah, nothing wrong with that.
precisely.
And we'll get your microphone working for next time too.
Yes,
We'll figure
gosh,
that
dang
business
it.
out. Yeah, you
Ah,
still sounded fine.
man.
You sounded just fine, so
Great.
no problem at all there.
Perf.
Cool.
Love that.
Well,
Okay,
thanks,
awesome.
Rainey. Have a great
Yeah.
weekend. Catch back up on sleep. Get ready for class on Monday.
Jeff, you betcha. Oh, we will. We'll be ready. Cooking.
Awesome. All right. Well, we'll see you next time. Thanks for being here.
Of course.
Bye.